project together, and I'm going to take it a beginner, as though I'm training a beginner. So you already know that if you want to become a very good data analyst, you need to be strong on Excel or Google Sheets. You need to be strong in analytical reasoning. You need to know how to understand your data set very well. Then the tool you use to manipulate your data sets, then the tool you use to communicate the story that the data is telling. So as a data analyst, we are a storyteller. We make sense out of raw data. So this is raw data of a particular restaurant that deal with sales of pizza, among other things that they sell. So as a data analyst, when you collect your data set like that, I think the first thing you are expected to do is to understand the structure of the data. You need to understand what you want to work with. You need to understand how many rows do you have there. You need to understand how many columns you have there, so that if anything is missing, while you are working on the data set, you quickly know how to correct yourself. And what I do always is to keep my original data set safe, so that I make a copy of what I have. In case anything happen, I'll quickly go back to the original data set and fix it. So this is how to go about you duplicating your data for your project. Come to where you have sheet, the sheet name, you can see pizza sales. Just right click your mouse on it. Then you see several options, but we are concerned about making a copy of this now, which I'll do by right clicking. I have this option, move or copy. Right click, then create a copy. Wow. So I just created another copy of this, our original data. And what do I do next? I need to name it properly so that I will know this is the data set I'm working on, and the other one is the original. So I'll name this, right click on it as well to see the option to rename. So rename, right? Okay, for those that are pro, do not worry, we'll catch up very soon. So I'll just say pizza sales copied. Right, so that's it. I just named it. Now, other thing you also need to do is for you to understand what your data contains. Understand what is containing your data. And for you to know, just follow my cursor on the screen. So I want to quickly glance through my data set. I want to know how many rows I have in the data set, and to know that, just put your cursor on the column name, not the first cell. So this is your column name on A. Put your cursor into it, then look straight to the right bottom of the string. Look at my cursor that is moving. So I have count, which is 48,621. And by the time you remove the header, you have 48,620. So that's a quick glance through your data set. And if I want to take my cursor to the bottom, the trick I will use is, because this is video, you can actually pause and play, then go back. The trick I will use is this. So hover your cursor on the first cell, then bring it to the bottom line. You will see that your cursor symbol changing to cross or plus. So double tap it. It takes you straight to the bottom of it, which means there is no null row in between. All the rows are filled and it is in serial number. So next thing I want to do, I want to take it back up. So hover on it, let it show plus. Then on the top line of this, like as you have this top line, just do it like this, then double tap. All right, so we have 48,620 rows of the record of pizza sold, and we want to analyze it. Don't forget, your management does not have time to be doing it like this. It won't make sense to them, and that is why your job as a data analyst comes in. So how many columns do we have in this data set? We have pizza ID. Next, you can use the arrow side to do that. Next is pizza, order ID. So you look at this. This cell is what is called titled cell, right? The title bar at the top, slightly at the top of your main data. So by the time you look at the far left of your data set at the top, you are seeing B1. This is your formula bar. This is where the formula, any formula you want to apply, this is where it appears. So I have pizza ID, I have pizza name, which next to it, that's column C. I have the quantity, quantity in terms of how many pizza was ordered or sold at a particular time or day. So I have order date, I have order time, I have unit price. So that's the price of, if it is large, how much is it sold as per category. If it is small, then this is total price, this is pizza size, this pizza category, then the ingredient they use in making the pizza. Some people, name of the pizza is this. Is it the classic two legs pizza? Is it the five cheese pizza? Is it the Italian supreme pizza? Is it the Mexicana pizza or the like? So I believe that we have a complete data set, and this should be very easy for you to navigate through, because I don't think we have much error in this data set. We have everything complete. So how you will know if you have any null, any empty cell among your data, is simply by testing like this. Put your cursor here, then let it be at the bottom of the line, double tap it. It will take you to the last cell of that column. If there is anything that is missing, it will stop. You understand? If there is any row or any column, any stuff that is missing, for instance, let me delete this. I take this out, which is one. Take notes, row 14, column D, I took it out. So it's deleted, it's empty, right? So I'll put my cursor here, then navigate down. You can see that it's stopped right here. Why? Because the next cell is empty. That's why it stopped. So let me replace it and continue. So for the absolute beginner, you might need to watch this video as many times as possible for you to grab it, but I'm making it very simple so that everybody can connect to it. So what I do next is that if you look at this thing, you cannot tell whether a particular pizza was sold on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or that till the last day of the week. So what I will do as a data analyst, as an experienced one, because management wants to know, do we have higher number of sales on Monday or on Tuesday, or is it on Wednesday, ladies night, or Friday, party time, or weekend? Who want to know? But looking at this your data set, you could see that there is no column that is telling you that this is Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So what I do is that I will convert this into, I'll format it into a date format that will tell me that, oh, this is sold on Monday or Tuesday, the week name. So I want to convert it to it. So let's go again. So highlight the whole column you want to convert. Don't forget to highlight, just click on the column name, which is column E, not your title, not your header, but just on the column name. You can see my arrow changes. So then I click on it, it highlighted everything. So then I right click on it, you see several options. So the quickest way of getting what options you have is to highlight a particular row, then right click on it, you will see the option what you can do, column. So what I want to do now is to format the cell. This is format cells, right? So my format cells option gave me several options again. Do I want to format the column into general, into number, into currency, accounting, date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, text, special, or column? So I'm interested in formatting it into date. Select date. So when you selected your date, you have options of formatting it into different styles. But what I want to see is the day name. For instance, Wednesday, March 14, 2012. So I have it that way. I'll click OK. Boom. And you see what just happened now. So I have my Thursday. So I have January 1st, 2015 as Thursday. If you scroll down, you see that there are several options You can see we have Thursday, we have Sunday, we have Monday, Saturday, and all. So what I do next is I'll have to create, right? I have to create a column to make space for it because I still need to split this particular date. I want to have a column that we have day of the week. For instance, this is Thursday. I want to have a column that we carry Thursday. I want to have a column that we carry the month, if it is January or December or April or August. So what I will do next is I will create empty column here where I want my day of the week to sit and the month of the year to sit. So I highlight the next column because I want to create the empty column next to my other date. So highlight two column like this. So the way you highlight is click on your column like that, then press shift. Your next press shift, then your arrow that is pointing to the right. Don't forget you have on your keyboard, you have arrow up, arrow down, arrow left, and arrow right. So because I want to highlight to my right, I hold on onto my shift button, then click my arrow right. So it highlighted the two columns. I want to create spaces. And what do I have to create an empty column? So you go to your home, is already in home. My ribbon is already in home. Then navigate, go through the right at the top, you will see insert. So I want to insert columns. Bam. So I have my two empty columns where I want my day of the month, day of the week and month of the year to sit. So then I have this. All right. What do I have? I have this. I'm going to name my column day, right? Then the next one, I'm naming it as month. So that is it. All right, next is for to split it because I'm using the version of Excel, Microsoft Excel that is not up to 2021 version. So because of this lower version that I'm using, version 2013, so I'll be using a basic formula. And for you to apply any formula in Excel, first thing you do is to apply your equal to, type equal to. So what do I want to do? This is a text and I need to pick a name. I want to pick Thursday. So I write my text, T-E-X-T, right? Which has applied, you can click on it. So you have your open bracket. So what column do I want to separate or pick my day from? I want to pick it from column E. Highlight column E. Then next to it is apply your comma, right? So then next, you need to put whatever you want into an inverted comma. So you need to put it in inverted comma. So that's my format text. So I'll apply my inverted comma. You can see quote, double quote of inverted comma. So what do I want to pick? I want to pick day. When you want to pick day, what you do is type your D in small letter, or if you want it in capital letter, but I prefer small, lowercase rather. So I use my D, 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 D. So this is going to give me day. So I close my inverted comma again, then I close bracket. Or, hold on, sorry. Okay, I close my bracket. So what do I have there? Enter. Bam. So, and I have my day separated from the total string of long dates, right? I have it. So what we do to replicate this particular formula down to the last line is last row, okay, is to hover my mouse to the bottom right of this cell. This is my cell, right? Look at my mouse. So I bring it to columns. So when you have a complete cross sign like this, it means when you double click on it, it's going to replicate the same formula up to the last row. And look at the magic. Oh, so just double tap it, it gives you. That's one way of doing it. However, if you are not too strong or sharp in using the shortcut of your cursor, there are other way of doing it, though it's going to take time. I expect you to learn how to use shortcut of your mouse. So let me take it back. I do Control Z, right? So, and I have it like this. What I will do is left click. So, but you have to make sure that your cursor turns to plus, complete plus, by bringing it to the right part of your cell, then ensure that it's aligning with this corner, with this edge, and ensure that your mouse, your cursor changed to this particular symbol that you are seeing. Then you drag it, left click, and drag it up to the last row. You understand? Drag it up to the last row. When you drag it, you are applying the formula. Can you see? So, but as a smart guy, I won't be doing that. I will just apply it once. All right. So I have my day. There is a trick that you need to apply anytime you use a formula to generate a column in Excel. You need to ensure that you retain that your result, and the best way to retain the result is copy and paste that column. Paste special. So I highlighted on the column. By now you already know how to highlight. Click on your header, on your title, the title of the column. Click on it like this, then right click on it, press copy, then right click again as if you want to save, then paste special. Your paste special is Control V, or when you right click you see the one that has 1 2 3. So that's paste special. You can see the formula is gone. So next is that I want to pick the month. So it's the same formula that apply your equal to, right? Your equal to sign. Then I have after equal to, what do I have next? I have text, right? So I apply my text. So I'm picking it from column E, right? Then my comma, then my inverted comma, first one. Then what do I want? I want month. So I'm pressing M into 4 places. Then I close my column. Then my bracket is closed. Open bracket, close bracket. The number of brackets open must always be equal to number of brackets closed. All right, so, and I have my January. I'll apply the same thing because I want to replicate the formula down. So, all right. So I have it that way. And what's this? All right. So the same thing I will do because I want to retain the formula. You could see that when you click on any of these cells, when you look at your title bar is still showing the formula. If anything should happen, I copy this thing to another sheet. It's my distort my data set. So what I ensure is that I make sure that I retain my results. And how do you retain your results after applying formula? Click on the column in question, right click on it, copy, then click on it again, right click, right click, and paste special. Your paste special, as it took away the formula, then I have my data. Anyway, I copy it to, I'm good. I'm good to go. All right, I've achieved just the first one that I needed to achieve. If you think that you want to separate all the ingredients, you can use that. There are other formula that you can use to separate all the ingredients, but at this point in time, I don't think there's need for us to separate it. Okay, don't forget, I told you that as a data analyst, you need to know how to tell a story with your data. You need to know how to tell a story with your data. And what do we want to get now? Let's get the total sale by pizza size. So that, okay, among all these are pizza sold. Let's get the total of the sold data by each of their size. So we have in our column A is the one carrying pizza size. So how many pizza were sold by pizza size? So to know that, you have quantity. Your quantity is column D. And with that, you can tell how many of the large pizza was sold by how many quantity of pizza were sold in terms of size. So the formula I'm going to apply in that with that is that's what we call pivot table. This pivot table will help you to aggregate your data in terms of a summary. So just look straight to the upper part of the screen. So where we have insert, right? Then to the far left top left of the scene, you can see pivot table. So I apply my pivot table. It gives me an option, but I say, okay, create it in a new sheet for me. So click OK. All right. So after clicking OK, looking at the right side of your screen, you could see the pivot table fields. So this is where you apply whatever you want to formulate as a table, as a summary. So want to calculate the quantity of pizza that were sold by size. So the first thing I want to do is to locate where my pizza size is. All right, then I have it, this pizza size. Hover on it, then click on it, left click, and drag it to where you have row. Right? When you look at your field, your Canva here, you could see that you already brought it out in a summary. We have L, which symbolizes large. We have medium. We have small. We have XL. We have XXL. So these are the sizes of the pizza that we have. And then we want to calculate how many of large pizza were sold. So you go to where you have your quantity. So remember the quantity is number, like how many. We come to where you have your quantity, then left click on it, left click, just left click on it. Click your left button, left click. So then drag it to where you have your values, then release it. So you could see that in all, you have 49,574. So this briefly like this, when you are showing your management this, you know they could easily tell that, oh, you are working, you are doing your job. Because instead of looking at the whole volume of data sets like this, looking at it like nobody have time to be counting 1 to 49,000. But as an analyst, it is your job to make the message of data to be simple so that your management will be able to take a data-driven decision. So by you applying your pivot table, you have the summary. So you could easily tell that, okay, let me apply my comma here. So you could easily tell that, oh, we have large we have 18,956 pizza soles that were large in size. Understand? This is your size and this is the quantity. Then those that the number of XXL in size that were sold was 28 in number. You could see that is not much. So management could easily take a decision that, oh, I think we have more buyers for a large size, probably because it's not too big. It's just like little above medium. So it's quite okay. It's handy for people to get it like that. All right. So we have this. So don't forget what I told you. Anytime you apply a formula, always copy and paste so that you have your formula retained and you have your results retained. And the same thing I want to do here, press and hold your shift button, then arrow right, just because I want to highlight the two columns. And what I would do is to right click on my highlighted columns, copy it, then right click on it again and paste special. So with this now, you could see that the old formula has disappeared. I'll just rename my row as pizza size. Then I'll name this as pizza quantity. So naming is very important in data analysis. Why? Because it will help your viewer to understand the story you are telling. All right, so this will be the first edition of this tutorial. I'll continue with other phase, with other questions that need to be answered from our data sets, from our data sets. So these are our original data, and this, let me call this sheet analysis, right? Okay, so we do have it that way, and then I think it's good. So I'll advise that you practice all the steps, try to understand the data sets, try to understand how many columns you have, how many rows you have. Then when a particular row or column is not very clear enough to help your analysis, you need to ensure that you break it or convert it into an understandable format to ease your own analysis, own work. So see you next time.